At this moment, the bright spots of fire were falling down, and the giant octopus watched in awe. "Farewell, giant seafood dish," said the divine tree. Boom, 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 hundreds of explosions resounded. The octopus had been roasted to perfection, and its deep-set eyes protruded. But it wasn't easy. It was the king of the sea, and it used its last bit of strength to launch itself, wanting to escape. However, the divine tree was faster, and captured it instantly. The tree's roots were tougher than steel, tightly gripping the tentacles of the giant octopus, almost as if they were about to snap them. The angry divine tree shouted, "Where are you running?" and then lifted the hundreds of tons of the giant octopus into the air and pulled it into the mainland. The giant octopus was nearly giving up, its eyes were ready to close, feeling extremely unlucky to encounter such a powerful monster tree today. But no, it opened its eyes with determination and employed its ink attack skill, releasing a jet-black stream as dark as the night straight at the divine tree. The divine tree panicked. "This is not good." The divine tree had to go on the defensive, retracting its roots, but the giant octopus managed to escape, and its massive body weighing hundreds of tons plummeted to the ground. It continued to glare at the divine tree, checking if its attack had hit. However, it was impossible to land a hit as the divine tree used its roots for absolute defense. The tree's notification system reported a 40% loss out of 100, currently undergoing regeneration, and its roots had suffered severe damage, also in the process of regeneration. The divine tree muttered, "For heaven's sake, can this seafood's ink be so corrosive?" The giant octopus, once again, turned ferocious, emitting a spine-chilling roar. Holes riddled the ground where its ink had corroded. Determining that its opponent had weakened, the Sea King decided to grit its teeth and charge forward to swallow the divine tree whole. The divine tree summoned branches coated in the element of ice, instantly turning its opponent into stone, but only when the giant octopus had risen above the sea's surface could it be completely frozen like this. The divine tree calmly looked at its frozen opponent, as if it had planned it all in advance. Just a little slower, and it would have been caught. Truly a challenging battle. The Transcendent Phase 3 is different. The divine tree sighed. The divine tree ordered Duchuan to inform the other members to gather, but in reality, they were already enjoying a feast of giant seafood by the campfire, which was truly wonderful. It was a pity that the meat was a bit tough, so this young man couldn't bite into it, and the little dinosaur was choking, tears streaming down. The white tiger only liked to eat the entrails, which made others shudder. "Too creepy, take it somewhere else," the girl shouted. The divine tree looked at its fellow guild members and felt joy in its heart, as it had been a long time since they had been so lively. The red fox nodded in agreement, knowing that this would be an unforgettable memory for them. "Are you also about to evolve?" the divine tree asked. The humble mutant crocodile replied, "Yes, but I'm still inferior to the nine-tailed fox and the demon bull king." "As for this white tiger, you're still in the Transcendent Phase 1 early stage," scolded the divine tree. But the white tiger made a cute face as if it were being praised, leaving the divine tree speechless. "No more fooling around, got it?" the divine tree warned. Thien Cam, the elf girl, stood before the roasted giant octopus and thought, "Our leader is getting stronger every day, and in no time, they will unite the entire world." The boy, eating alongside the mutant mouse, asked, "Do you know who's missing?" The mutant mouse immediately thought of their absent comrade, Lan Fong, but the boy said it wasn't him. Instead, it was the mutant hedgehog. They were a trio that stuck together primarily because they operated mostly underground. The divine tree said, "Now that everyone is here, let's eat to our heart's content. Except for the sobbing mutant heron in the shadows." Afterward, the divine tree extended its roots into the giant octopus, extracting 3 hearts from the colossal creature. Immediately, the group of monsters felt drawn to them, as these hearts were incredibly precious treasures to them. Even the ancient crocodile and the spectral elephant coveted them, their eyes gleaming. Recognizing this, the divine tree decided to divide these 3 hearts into dozens of smaller pieces, giving each monster a share. It was fair, and everyone had their portion, except for the heron who refused to come forward. But none of them dared to eat without their master's command. At that moment, the divine tree said, "Go ahead and eat. These are rare treasures that will aid in your evolution." The octopus's piece of heart has just been placed in its mouth, and the prehistoric crocodile immediately undergoes a breakthrough in evolution, just like this guy. Tan Kwang and the white tiger look on in amazement. The divine tree is also astonished, but it's because of their appearance after evolution. Look at that. The prehistoric crocodile has evolved into a form resembling Godzilla, and it's standing on two legs, looking quite cool. It has reached the super stage 2. Tan Kwang, on the other hand, is even more special. He's evolving into a real monster, with large spikes on his back and even larger muscles, truly terrifying. The divine tree carefully observes Tan Kwang, as it seems that if humans evolve, they will gradually depart from the human form, influenced by the attributes of power. But Tan Kwang is reveling in this new power, a tremendous source of energy within him, reaching the super stage 2. Tien Kem approaches to congratulate Tan Kwang. "Oh, you're getting more handsome day by day." But Tien Kem is now much smaller compared to him. Tan Kwang says, "Please step back a bit so I can show you my new power." Then, Tan Kwang punches the ground, and something amazing happens. A large fortress made of earth rises beneath him and floats into the air. He even intentionally designs it with additional buildings, looking very impressive. Everyone is astonished, but Tien Kem doesn't know what this move is for a fortress. Tan Kwang stands on top of the earth fortress and proudly says, "Well, what do you think, my lord? Do you see how powerful I am?" The divine tree thinks to itself, "This guy must have made a fortune in real estate development, and then renovated and sold it. He's probably quite wealthy and has a sense of aesthetics." His comrades praise him endlessly, but Tan Kwang is exhausted. This move is too draining. Those who were praising him a moment ago are now out of breath, telling him to come down before he exhausts himself to death. He falls from the fortress, and the prehistoric crocodile catches him. The crocodile looks at him and sighs, while Tan Kwang's face is covered in sweat as he hurriedly thanks the crocodile. Could this mutated crocodile eventually evolve into a dragon? The divine tree wonders. Although the mutated crocodile has gradually gained control of its power, its breath still carries a tremendous pressure. The divine tree checks its passive skill. "Bloodthirsty lord, the more severe the injury, the greater the retention, and the speed and overall strength increase significantly, with recovery capacity doubling." Bloodthirsty lord, huh? If it were placed on the battlefield, it would indeed be terrifying. Tien Kem is feeling uneasy as he senses the breath of the prehistoric crocodile. At this moment, a team member returns. It seems that things have gone quite smoothly. He brings with him new teammates, but there is also a massive group of polar bears, hundreds of them. The pandas gracefully walk on the water, freezing it as they go. Tan Kwang feels envious of their majesty. The bear group obediently follows the panda leader and gathers in front of the divine tree, hundreds of polar bears sitting down before their supreme master. "Hello, everyone." The divine tree smiles politely. But the bear group trembles in fear. The panda leader says, "Did you threaten them?" The divine tree replies, "Threaten? I've been very polite and even smiled." But the smile looks quite eerie. This group consists of 120 polar bears, with 4 Super Stage 1 individuals as their leaders. The mutated white bear, Super Stage 2, has a special ability, Thunderclap Swipe, along with lightning, high penetration capability, electric charge, storing lightning in the body, roar, with each thunderclap carrying a terrifying sound, and thunderstorm world, turning the surrounding kilometers into a thunderstorm-ravaged area. The divine tree is very intrigued. It seems it has tamed a powerful lightning element bear. Although that young man with the honeycomb mask also had lightning element attributes, it's not as strong as this one. This bear is truly outstanding. For such a large race to be lured, isn't that impressive? Aren't polar bears usually very proud and wouldn't submit even if they were beaten to death? The divine tree asks the panda, and the panda quickly responds, "It's not submission but forming an alliance, right? Who would refuse free food and shelter?" This panda is too clever. "Well done, young man." The divine tree pats the panda and praises it. The panda can't help but puff up its chest, grin, and say, "Just doing my best." The divine tree shakes hands with the leader of the bear group and says, "From now on, I'll give you the territory on my back." The bear leader roars in agreement. Then, the divine tree orders the golden monkeys to bring out a large pot of wine. Today, they will celebrate the new alliance. The giant panda looks at the wine longingly but is stopped by the monkeys. Meanwhile, the white tiger looks a bit sad, probably because it doesn't know how to drink. The divine tree calls Tan Kwang over and hands him the remaining piece of the heart. This part will be given to Lan Fong when he returns. Now, the divine tree still feels ecstatic because the super-evolved beast at stage 3 has brought so many benefits: 120,000 evolution points and 40,000 spiritual energy. It's amazing. Furthermore, it unlocked a new skill, Transfer, which can transfer some of its consciousness and spiritual energy to another plant. However, if left for too long, it will be fixed to that plant. Doesn't this mean it can create many copies of itself? That's too deceitful. I'm feeling scared of myself. The divine tree thinks and decides not to use it because it doesn't fit its style. Somewhere far away, a 7-colored mutated flower is born and wonders, where am I?